So I was having a conversation the other day with a procurement executive who I have known for a while. I really respect his thoughts, his opinions on things. And we were catching up. And as part of the conversation, he was talking about some things that he wished he paid closer attention to early on, well in advance of a negotiation that came up, a renewal negotiation with a massive software as a service vendor, Salesforce. And he was talking about the fact that in general, so not just Salesforce, there are certain things that should have caught his attention, should have caught his team's attention, and he wished he planned better for. And so it got me thinking when he asked me the question, like, is this what's going on with other customers? Like, what are your thoughts, Adam? What are some of those red flags, right? So there's the word, the buzzword, red flag. So I'm going to be spending some time sharing some red flags with all of you. I'm going to talk about green flags too, right? I think it's important. There's got to be a balance. I mean, software vendors, it's not all bad, right? They have a job to do, but there's a lot of times that there's some really good approaches that they take. So I'm going to cover green flags over time here as well. But let's talk red flag. Let's talk one that stands out always. So if you're entering into the last year of your deal, likely in a 3 or 5 year term, you're preparing for your renewal, or even if you're halfway, 6 months left, 3 months left, doesn't matter. Here's a massive red flag. If you have asked clearly, so no ambiguity, for a renewal proposal based on as is, meaning maybe there's some growth, maybe there's some reductions, minor things, but essentially you're not really interested in doing anything new or upgrading, and you kind of want to stay as is. And you like to get from your vendor a perspective as to what the pricing is going to look like, right? So maybe you don't have renewal protections, maybe you do, and there's a caveat in there that says you have to maintain volume. So you're just curious, you've been spending millions of dollars with this vendor over the years, and you're hoping they're not going to be opportunistic, and also you have to do some planning. So, hey Salesforce, hey ServiceNow, Microsoft, SAP, doesn't matter. Hey, I'd like to just get a sense for what's coming relative to my renewal proposal. And I know you may be off working on some things, but I want to just know if I stayed as is. And I'm going to send you our current volumes, our current thinking. Some of it may change slightly. I'm going to send you kind of a bulleted out what I would like to see, which I need to see, which most of it should make sense. So I want to see line item pricing. I want to see my current pricing. I want to see the list pricing. I want to see the discount you're willing to offer me. I want to see all of that annual, right? Provide that to me. And then let's regroup. Red flag 1. Hi, could we talk about this? I'd like to grab some time. I'd like to better understand. I'd like to find some time to talk about some things. No. The answer should be, and again, I know relationships play into this, and maybe you want to take the meeting, but here's the thing. It's pretty clear what you're asking for, and they know what you're asking for. They just don't want to give it to you because they want to present to you all these new things, all these upgrades. They want to present their proposal, which is likely not aligned to what you want. So if you get that email, you get that call, you get that text, you get that whatever it may be, asking for a meeting to discuss, likely that's a problem. That's a red flag. So again, if you're clear in what your asks are and you do your part, they, especially if it's a vendor you've spent millions of dollars with, they should do theirs. And certainly present it and then have the conversation, have the discussion. But if they don't want to do that, and they clearly can, that's a problem, that's a red flag.